worm, wiggle day and night. Wiggle, 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 wiggle worm. 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 Now wiggle your arms, wiggle your feet. Wiggle your hips to the wiggle beat. Wiggle your nose, wiggle your ears. Wiggle away all your worries and fears.